Hey guys, welcome to my NFL Week 14 predictions for 2020. Here are my records. 12 games have been played. We're still waiting on 3. But so far, this is what we're looking at for Week 13, 6 out of 12. That is half of my predictions right. Same for my preseason predictions, NFL 2020 through 2021 predictions unbiased in parentheses. So if you want to go check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. There's also one that's biased. It's not really biased, but they called it biased because I had the Dolphins doing good, like 8-8, 9-7 good. And then I got ripped in the comments for taking the Dolphins against the Broncos or something like that. So I had to redo all my predictions. But if you want to check that, I'll leave it in the prediction anyway, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I'm back once again. So the first game that we have here is Chiefs-Dolphins. So quite frankly, I know I was just talking about the Dolphins and how, I was being biased for the Dolphins and whatever. I'm going to take the Dolphins anyway. But first, let me explain. I am taking the Dolphins, frankly, because of the performance that the Chiefs had against the Broncos, and yeah, you could say that was a trap game, and then they underestimated the Broncos and whatnot, but still, that Broncos defense is a lot worse than the Dolphins defense, and what the Dolphins defense did to the Rams is I think what they're going to do to the Chiefs. Not exactly, they're not going to, Patrick Mahomes isn't going to throw 3 interceptions and fumble 2 times and whatever. But I do think that the Dolphins will create some turnovers. I don't think the Chiefs are getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire back anytime soon. Well, actually, they might. I don't know. I haven't seen. But anyway, I saw Le'Veon Bell. He didn't look that great against the Broncos defense. I think the Dolphins defense is going to have themselves a day. The offense, all the offense really has to do is just score. If the defense will create 4th downs for the Chiefs, they'll make them punt a lot, maybe get some turnovers. Offense will just do what they have to do. I believe Devontae Parker should be back. I don't know about Xavier Howard, though. I think that they just got ejected from that game, not disqualified. So usually, I think when you get disqualified, it's like you're out for the first half of a game. But I think that Devontae Parker and Xavier Howard's fine. So, yeah. So our offense is good, and yeah. And Matt Breida played for the 49ers last year, and I think that he's like one of the fastest running backs. I think that if they give him the correct amount of carries, then he should be good. He should be going. But that's enough about the Dolphins-Chiefs. So we're going to go on to Titans-Jaguars. I'm going to take the Titans because the Jaguars have had close games with the Packers and Vikings, which are both good teams. So yeah, I'm going to give the Jaguars credit, but the Titans, even off that embarrassing loss against the Browns, they still put up a lot of points and almost came back, so I'm going to take them. Colts-Raiders, I'm going to take the Raiders just because Josh Jacobs should be coming back. If Josh Jacobs wasn't coming back and didn't play, I would take the Colts. I got Steelers-Bills, both haven't played. Both could lose, both could win. I don't know. One of them could win, one of them could lose. I'm going to take the Steelers anyway because my projection was the Steelers winning and the Bills losing. So just by that, I am going to stick with the Steelers. Okay, we're back again. Ravens, Browns coming off a good win. Ravens coming off a bye week, I believe. No, they played on Tuesday, I think. Ravens coming off a loss, Browns off a win. I'm not going to say that the Browns aren't a good team because I do think they are. So I don't think that they're faking or they're overhyped or anything like that. But I'm going to take the Ravens just because it's on Monday night and they put up a reasonable performance against the Steelers, who I do, well, they're undefeated, so obviously they're good, who are better than the Browns, at least in my opinion, and probably everyone else's, but I don't know. So yeah, well, I'm going to take the Ravens in it anyway. Patriots, Rams. I'm going to take the Patriots in this one. That might be surprising to some people, but the Patriots put up a dominant performance against the Chargers, and the Rams are coming off a somewhat dominant win against the Cardinals, but the Patriots look pretty put together. That defense looks pretty good, and with Jared Goff as your quarterback, you better believe that he's going to throw an interception in that game, and that's why the Patriots are going to win. That's my analogy, at least. Texans, Bears. I am going to take the Texans. They should have beat the Colts. They didn't beat the Colts, but they were at like the 3-yard line or something, and then Deshaun Watson fumbled and the Colts recovered. So I think they should have won that game. They didn't, but they should easily beat Chicago. Cowboys, Bengals. I'm going to take the Cowboys. Both somewhat similar teams, injured quarterbacks, similar bad, mediocre defenses. Both pretty good running backs, even though Joe Mixon is out for the Bengals. I mean, I'm gonna take the team with better receivers. Bengals do have some good receivers, but I still think that Andy Dalton is a better quarterback than, who was their quarterback? I thought it was Ryan Finley, but then apparently it was some other guy, so I don't know. Broncos, Panthers. I am going to take the Panthers off a bye. Offense better. I mean, Denver did pretty well, but I think that Denver plays better in prime time. I mean, every bad team does. I mean, it's like their coach tells them, like, hey, this is our one opportunity to prove that we don't suck that much, so let's beat a really good team on prime time and show everyone how good we are. So the Broncos were playing with playoff. They were playing like it was the playoffs. Like they're playing like it was a Super Bowl. They still lost, but yeah. Jets, Seahawks, both coming off bad losses. I say that for the Jets because I don't know what they were thinking, not covering the end zone on that play that the Raiders Hail Mary kind of. So yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm gonna take the Seahawks though because they're just a better team. I think the Jets could do it though, but I don't know. If Seattle loses to two New York teams in 2 weeks in a row, I don't know what's gonna happen with them. Falcons, Chargers, tie. Okay, no, I'm just kidding, but that would be pretty funny. Both two choke teams, but who has been choking the least? The Falcons. Well, I guess I can't really say that because the Falcons lost to the Saints, and I had them winning too, and I think they should have won that game, but of course they didn't because you can't rely on the Falcons, but you also can't rely on the Chargers either. So I'm going to take the Falcons. Vikings, Buccaneers. I would take the Buccaneers coming off a bye. They're rested. They're ready to go. Their defense good. I am saying that the Vikings, I don't know if they are overrated by most people, but I'm going to say they're overrated at least because right now in the playoff picture, they're the 7th seed. And I think that 7th seed should definitely be the Cardinals or the 49ers, not the Vikings. So somewhat overrated, sure. I don't know. Cardinals, Giants. I think the Cardinals are going to start doing what the 49ers are doing and just go into desperation mode and just start playing with everything they got. They have 6 losses. 49ers have 6 losses. Both teams need to win out to make the playoffs, I believe. Probably not. Unless if the Vikings choke and Tampa Bay chokes, then they'll both make it, but it's pretty unlikely. Packers, Lions. Lions off a good win. Packers also off a pretty good win. Who did they play last week? I actually forgot. Who did they play last week? Oh yeah, the Eagles. Yeah, they played the Eagles and they won 30-16. So I'm gonna take them anyway because I think Detroit. Here's my prediction: Detroit's gonna be winning the game the entire way, or at least most of it, and then they should win the game. Then the refs are gonna say roughing the passer, defense number 94 or something like that, and then it's gonna be literally like just tapping Aaron Rodgers on the helmet or something like that, or like accidentally stepping on his foot, and then it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, and Aaron Rodgers is going to throw a Hail Mary to win. There we go. Washington 49ers. I'm going to take the 49ers. Yeah. Both teams haven't played, but my projection. 49ers winning, Washington losing. Simple explanation. Both teams are good on defense. Both teams are mediocre on offense. I think the 49ers have more playmakers on offense. Saints, Eagles. I'm going to take the Saints in a close game, but still winning. But Jalen Hurts might pull off some magic. I don't know. Maybe we'll have Nick Foles magic too. But those are my predictions.